No. Well, I'm gonna talk more about the program itself. It's more of a
Okay.
complaint.
yeah,
And just like, no, after 30 years of experience, you would think you guys, like, they would have better scheduling. Um, One thing that really pissed me off that we were talking before was the fact that we spent about 5 hours in Taipei 101, which is right here, and there's absolutely nothing to do here. I mean, you got bunch of expensive stores that nobody ever buys in, like Dior, Louis Vuitton, or anything else. And,
Hey, I bought earrings at Dior the other
and
day. Different story.
this whole thing is about learning Taiwanese culture, right? Well, no, we went to the National Palace Museum, and the total length of our visit was about an hour and a half to 2 hours. In the National Palace Museum, that's basically all of China's history. And we spent what, 2 hours?
Half of the time was waiting for headphones, sitting in the lobby, on Indian style, 2 rows.
And then we go to these random useless places that they don't explain what it is.
Yeah.
We're just there, or to a bunch of these temples that are super boring. 'Cause
I think they should definitely give an explanation about or
The
just read to
temples.
us like a paragraph or something
they
about
they
what it
somewhat
is.
do, but it's so incomplete what they're
Yeah.
reading to us, and it's all in broken English anyways. We don't
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
And all those temples, like we just visit 1 or 2 temples. I found we visited too many temples, and that was very boring.
I think I came to accept after a couple of weeks of Loveboat that I wasn't going to be able to see all the things I wanted to see on this tour because I guess it's just a sheer number of people. You don't have time, or it's
Yeah.
inconvenient, and also. I mean, the Palace Museum, they definitely booked it on a really bad day. Weekends are not
Well,
good.
that was the day
for this.
wasn't that the day we were leaving to go down south, right?
It was actually a week before that.
Was it week?
Yeah.
What were you doing?
Taiwan Asian University.
Yeah.
Oh, the
yeah, that was the
carnival. It was the
Formosa
day we were going to the
Carnival.
carnival.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
We should not have
what
rushed the Palace Museum.
No.
Another thing I didn't like about it was the fact that the counselors they know almost nothing. Like they know as much as us. That's how I feel. Like nothing was pre-planned. Everything was last-minute planned.
Yeah, they wouldn't tell us when they changed the schedule either, so we
Exactly.
never knew what to expect.
We don't know what time to finish, where we're going.
Well, that's
How far it is. Like, yeah, how long is the bus ride? It's like, oh, it's about 3 hours, and half
it was
an hour
like 5
later,
minutes to 3 hours. That's what they
Yeah.
said. I was like,
basically
come
that
on.
was it. Yeah.
How old are we?
Yeah.
Like,
I found it ridiculous that even the counselors don't know where we're going.
and it's not necessarily their fault. I think that's like something that's like starts from
the
top.
organization.
It's
yeah.
like keeping people are clueless,
Exactly.
and then they don't only like a very small amount of people know what's going on, and I mean I thought one of my complaints about the counselors, and I liked a lot of them, and they were doing I think they were doing the best they could, but I think the problem is as I was saying, like a higher up problem, because it's just like, okay, so like you get these people who are most of the counselors are younger than the like students, and so like already there's an intimidation factor there. Then we're like ABCs. They don't, and a lot of the people they hired, like they don't speak English very well, and so it's sort of like, and a lot of the people in Loveboat don't want to speak Chinese, and so it's just like this. There's a lot of problems there. If people, if they're gonna have an age range from 19 to 27, well, you should probably have some like counselors who are 27
Yeah.
or 30,
And who speak
like,
fluent English.
or at least and who could like tell stories about and to be knowledgeable about Taiwan's culture, because this is it's a study tour, like you're learning about culture and and Taiwan itself, and like you gotta have people who like have been outside of the world, who know how to relate to other people, who like know a little bit about just how things go, who can like be like mentors. These people were like, they weren't mentors at all. Like
They're just
a
kind of
few of them
minions
became
in a way.
friends,
Yeah.
my friends, but like for the most part, they were just sort of obstacles. It's just like, and like I couldn't even like rationalize things with them like often, because there are all these really strict rules. Like there's so much structure.
It was too pedantic, definitely. They just kept sticking to the rules, and they never thought about if it made sense or not. Or
Yeah.
whenever they could have looked the other way,
Yeah.
something really small, they would just make a big deal out of it when it's not necessary. And I feel like all they want to do is follow the rules and not really get to know us or be our friends, or I don't know. It was not a very comfortable environment to be in.
I felt like, we're a group of ABC CVCs, age 1927, and they were really, really strict on the rules. I find the fact that when we were on a down south trip, and they were really strict on like alcohol, I mean, it's pretty obvious. we're all 1927. How can there be not alcohol?
Yeah, we're legal
Yeah.
to drink.
It's obvious that we're gonna have alcohol, and you know we have alcohol. And you know we're gonna drink. So why even bother stopping us from having fun? You know, I really didn't like that fact. You know, they treat us like kids.
They even broke into rooms looking
Yeah.
for people to get in trouble.
Yeah, they pick
Yeah,
locks.
pick locks with bobby pins. I mean, that's absurd. Isn't that kind of illegal anyway? If you're gonna step boundaries to incriminate someone?
For me, I mean, I think it's absurd to have those kind of regulations
Yeah.
when I'm 25, and I live in like the largest city in the U.S. So, but at the same time, like I don't know, I mean, the alcohol thing's like whatever. Like for an 18-year-old kid, an
It's not-
19-year-old
it's
kid
not
who doesn't know how to
whatever,
handle
because-
themselves.
Because we're all legal. I mean, if
we're all
it
legal
was
here.
Camp 3,
Yeah.
okay, 16 to 27,
Yeah.
then this would be totally fine, like
Well-
what they're doing. But the fact that it's a camp starting from 18 and over, we're all, at least once we're in Taiwan, we're all legal adults. You know. And
Well, oh, sorry.
yeah, like by law, there's nothing wrong with it. And that's it. It's as simple as that.
Well, I think one of their issues is that parents can like call the camp and they expect the counselors to know where you guys are, you know, and then when they can't get that answer, they feel like you guys are being irresponsible for sneaking out there to see.
Well,
So that's
the
their
parents actually, that seems to be the problem. I mean, the thing is like the discrepancy between what our parents, sort of our collective parents, and then us, what they want us to be doing. I mean, and then
honestly,
yeah.
like my parents. Well, I wanted to come to this trip myself, but my parents would be, I wouldn't say mad, but surprised if I didn't go out at night and go out
Yeah.
partying. I think a lot of other parents would agree too. I mean, it's called Loveboat. You have love in there. It is what it
my
is. You
parents
don't need to
definitely-
explain it. It is what it
Yeah.
is.
There isn't any boat,
And
though.
the parents know. The parents know, and they want their kids to have fun and to experience new
I mean,
things.
I guess there's the thing like of moderation. I mean, I'm not gonna say like I'm totally like, oh, people shouldn't drink, but I mean, I would say that, you know, like a 19-year-old kid or 18-year-old kid who's just coming out of high school, like there's some who are mature enough to handle things, but then there's some that aren't.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like the parents, you know, I can see the like whatever CYC or whatever their issue with like the parents getting really pissed off if someone like gets alcohol poisoning, or like got hit by a car while they're drunk. That's gonna be a fiasco. Like it's not, you know, that own person's fault. It ought to be. You know, I would hope my parents would be like, well, James is just being an idiot there. He deserves, you know. But like, you know, there's like that kid who drowned, and there's like
Yeah.
a lawsuit, and that's ridiculous.
People are
And it's just
very
like,
litigation happy.
Well,
there's just like
There's,
it's a, it
you
seems
have
like,
for sure you have to set limits. Like,
Yeah.
but just where do you set it?
Yeah,
What do you
it's
say?
being more rational with the limits and figuring out like how loose the leash can be. And here it was just sort of like the leash was not an extendable leash. It is like it's just going to be grabbing your collar the whole time.
Yeah, that's what.
As
it was.
opposed to like saying, all right, you guys can handle this much, we'll give you a little more, or something
Yeah,
like
they
that.
never
Or, you know,
earn
setting
freedom.
it somewhere in the middle. Like there's no way to earn freedom. It was like you're going to have it stuck like this the whole time. And that was where my issue was.
Yeah, they never thought about if it made sense. They would just keep sticking with the rules, and I really resented that. But at the same time, I'm like, maybe they're just afraid to get in trouble from their superiors. Yes, but they definitely need to be more reasonable about the rules. Either that, or just set different age limits for the camp. Like maybe you just have like a 19 through 21 camp.
Yeah, I thought that was actually something that I immediately I was like, these people aren't going to understand how we are because the age group is from 19 to 27. A 19-year-old is so different than a 27-year-old. And for
A
to
19-year-old is a lot different from just a 21-year-old.
Yeah.
What's the expectations for the quality of friends on this trip?
I expected it to be like most other summer programs I've been to, where you make one or two really good friends. But mostly when I got here, I was frustrated because everybody just treated each other as activity buddies. There was no sitting down and having conversations at first. It was all, you know, we just go party together. And I was like, I can't believe nobody wants to sit down and chat, you know?
I think part of it is the age difference, though, because you're like old, sort of you're just getting done with college. We're 23, And like a 19-year-old kid doesn't want to talk about like this kind of stuff. He just wants to like.
Because when I was 19, I did.
grind
you know.
up against a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always
Girl,
been
yeah.
pretty much the same, even when I was 18, 19.
You're,
But
you're not the average kid.
I thought I was totally normal until I met a lot of people who were. They're like, yeah, but not everybody's as nerdy as you, Jessica. And I was surprised.
That
That's
doesn't
funny.
mean it's being
They
nerdy.
find that nerdy. That's not nerdy.
Not
That's
nerdy,
not
we're just
nerdy.
like, they're just, I guess,
We're serious.
serious.
We're serious.
Yeah.
More mature.
A lot more mature. A lot more mature.
I mean, I guess I wasn't. I'm not shocked by like the immaturity, but you know, I expected it. But at the same time, I guess it was a bit surprising how immature I felt like the majority of people who were here, as far as just like the kind of high school mentality. But I mean, I guess it makes total sense. But it's, you know, from my perspective, it's really very. I mean, I got kind of frustrated. It was very nice to like. I was very happy to have my mom around in the city, and then also to have like some friends who are like, you know, locals and who are like living and doing real things, and because those people like, it was just like that high school mentality where like every little thing is this huge deal, but actually none of this is a big deal. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, of course.
like
Yeah.
so what? Like so and so like hooked up with someone else last night, or you know, like you know, you got I don't know, whatever, like that kind of thing, like just the gossip aspect. It's
Very gossipy.
is really that's a really frustrating kind of way to like live for a
But
month.
I think everyone in Loveboat made at least one close friend.
I don't know. There's some kids who are really alienated.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, but they wouldn't make friends anywhere. I mean, it
that's-
doesn't have anything
That's
to do
not
with
our fault. That's their own
No,
fault.
exactly.
That's their own
Yeah,
well, I
yeah.
wouldn't say fault, but it's their own personality.
Yeah,
You know, we can't help that. We can try to help them.
yeah. There's nothing Loveboat can
If
do
they're
about
not giving
that.
anything back, yeah, exactly. But I'm pretty sure most people who can somewhat socialize, they made at least one good friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's talk about Loveboat reunions and things, so I feel like people, they do want
It's
to
like
see
high
each other
school.
again.
Everything's like high school. So much of it. I mean, it's just like high
Yeah,
school.
it's like high school.
Yeah, you have one reunion and you realize it's kind of lame, and then like you don't have any more reunions.
Yeah.
I almost have a high school reunion coming up. So
Well, actually, my sister came to Loveboat a couple years ago, and I thought, because from what she told me about Loveboat, I really expected more in friendships, because she made a really good group of friends. They were, you know, they weren't just completely, I guess, completely immature together. You know, they actually talked and they had things in common, and I thought it'd be great to find people with whom you can really connect. And I expected that here, but. Yeah, and then I found out everyone just has to party all the time. So
Well,
not everybody,
Well,
but
that's not true. I mean, I made quite a few good friends here, but I came here mainly for contacts, because it sounds kind of bad way to say it, but like once you start looking for jobs and everything, you know, you never know who you need, and the more people you know, the better it is. Even though you probably haven't talked to this person for like 2 years, 3 years. Especially nowadays with Facebook, you can just like send a message, hey, I'm looking for a job, can you get me to this company or something like that.
right.
I think Loveboat has that edge.
It's good for networking.
It's very good for networking, and it's very good for a future. Like, you don't make friends, you make partners. So, like job partners, business partners, or just random people that can help you out when you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So,
I just thought the first few weeks, like maybe the first half of Loveboat, I just thought it'd be great to make contacts. And then I realized no one ever talks about their jobs. I don't know what they do.
well, they
Like,
don't have
yeah.
jobs.
Or just like what they're doing in college, you know. What
but
they're-
in the
what they-
future,
Yeah.
any people I meet, I always, what's your major? What's your major? That's one of the first few questions I would ask to anyone. Because I want to know,
Very
if we're
Taiwanese.
working in the same field, you know, I never know. Or like related, or a field that interests me or something. So yeah.
It's very Taiwanese, very New York at the same time. It's like how you start every conversation is like, what do you do?
Yeah.